Nice.
I think I finally have that physique. I'm like a black Johnny Bravo.
How many calories are you consuming like a day?
Just to keep myself together, I have to consume 4,500. If I'm bulking, I'll do like 6,500.
What has been the biggest lesson in these 3 years since you've been doing these videos?
Staying real consistent. Not everyone's gonna be accepting of what you do.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Focus. My name is Louis,
My name is Jacob Rodriguez.
and today we have a special guest. You want to go as Groove or Clive?
You go as Biggroove.
Big Groove. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have seen some of his videos on the internet. Dancing, going crazy. How did this come up? How did you start?
Honestly, 3 years ago, it really just started me just dancing on social media. Just whenever I was at the gym and feeling good, I just dropped a video. It wasn't until 2022 is when I went to Dallas. I just dropped a video at the mall, the Dallas Mall. I didn't think it was anything. I was like, hey, I just feel like dancing. And it was just in front of people. And then the next day, it just started going viral on Twitter. People were sending me different videos. And I'm like, oh. And like Snoop Dogg shared it. Mario Lopez shared it. 50 Cent shared it. I was like, oh, this is why.
Did you do the same dance that you usually do in the gym?
Yeah.
You just went crazy.
Just
You didn't
cut up. Yeah, just cut up. And then I started doing the shark bite, and it was kind of like, I'm like, yeah, I want to kind of target the younger generation. And I was just like, I have a really big mouth. I should take a big bite of food.
Take advantage of God's gifts, right?
And then people started really liking that, and I'm like, it's kind of adding entertainment into the, instead of just doing a typical food review, add some entertainment and turned into a whole brand. It started just growing and growing, and then now I'm like international.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Man. So you travel to a bunch of countries to do this type of content as well?
Yeah, like Australia, Nigeria, Amsterdam, Canada. They all flew me out there, and they want me to take a bite of food and dance.
That's amazing, man. You're really a staple when it comes to the foodie world right now. I know you're known to go into some really beautiful places, or even some taco shops or any small places, but you do everybody. And I think that's, as a restaurateur, that's one of the things I really look up to, is that you work with everyone.
Yes.
Because there's a specific amount of foodies that only work with like high-end places or lower-end places, but you do everybody.
Yes.
And you bring in cultures, different type of cultures, the older generation, the younger generation, and you add that entertainment to your videos as well.
Yeah.
Taking advantage of every single opportunity you get, right?
Yeah.
And what has been the biggest lesson in these 3 years since you've been doing these videos?
Staying real consistent, and not everyone's gonna be accepting of what you do, but you gotta love what you do. So,
Yeah. The quality really shows, right?
Yeah. The growth, for real.
The growth, yeah. And I mean, it takes time. I mean, we've been doing this restaurants for quite a long time now, and my bad. It was a little loud.
We're in the restaurant.
We do a little bit of entertainment at our restaurants as well. We do a little bit of entertainment at our restaurants.
Bring in the energy.
We really want restaurants to be known for the experience you have inside of them, not just like, the food, the drinks. We want people to come feel as, have a whole experience. They can tell their family.
Yeah.
My bad. They could tell their family. They could tell their kids. They could tell their friends to come over here, experience that. We have a lot of people celebrating their birthdays here. We have a lot of people celebrating their marriages, asking for a marriage here. And so in this area specifically, there's no type of restaurant that pleases that niche. Like in Miami, there's Poppy Steak and then a bunch of other restaurants like that. But over here, there's nothing like that.
Hey, y'all bring in the culture. The vibes.
Yeah, no. And so what has been the biggest thing that you've really focused on for the growth of your social media? Has it been entertainment? Has it been really the food aspect? What specific thing have you focused on?
I think it was a little bit of both.
Okay.
Definitely the entertainment, because I'm like the first of what I do.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's very attractive. So we just, kind of like build that brand of shark. When we started realizing Shark Bite is becoming international, I'm like, okay, that's what the younger generation want to see.
Yeah.
So like, it's like, okay, we got to target that generation.
Yeah.
So 100%. I think it was just like, now we have a niche.
Yeah.
Once you have a niche, now it's time to just how could we make that niche better?
No, you're the boss. I mean, you're the pro in that niche. You really take advantage of it. And I really have never seen anybody do that. Especially, I love the Johnny Bravo videos, man. The Johnny Bravo videos kill me, brother.
Oh my god!
Because it taps into like my childhood, and I think that's why it connects with so many people. Is because you tap into people's memories from 15, 20 years ago, watching Johnny Bravo, and then I see you doing it, and it fucking kills me, man. It has me crying. How'd you get started with that? Like, did that just a random idea, or
no? So I noticed that everybody does a lot of different cosplays of all these other And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of built weird like him. So I'm just like, I love the show growing up, and I'm like, I think I finally have that physique. I'm like a black Johnny Bravo. So we did one video, and it was just like a Halloween thing. I'm like, people compare me to like Soundboard, like different characters, and I'm like Johnny Bravo, and I'm like, he skips leg days, but I have legs. It still will work. It still works. So. We dropped the video, and it was just like, oh, wow. A lot of people was like, man, this is crazy. And I kind of like stopped. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do another video. Like, I feel like the last time I did it, it was, it was a real hit. And then we did the airport one, and it just went crazy. And I'm like, he was like, oh, this is the first cosplay that works. This is a Disney adaptation. Man, he does it so good. And I'm like, you know what? Let me do a whole series. And then we started doing
fucking amazing, man. It cracks me up every single time. And so, people, I work with a lot of Hispanics here, and they all know the Johnny Bravo videos. So they're like, oh, who's coming? I'm like, the black Johnny Bravo. And he's like, oh my God, no fucking way. Blah, blah. Everybody was super excited, man. Everybody was super excited. And so it's just like you live the character.
Yeah.
It's not like you just act like it. You live the character, and I think that's why you connect with so many people.
You know what I noticed from a lot of foodies?
Yeah.
That over time they start to get fat. But when I look at your page, it's like over time you just get bigger, but your bicep just I think your bicep is bigger than my head.
Dude, I swear to God.
How many times do you work out a week?
So 7 days a week. Sometimes I take a day off on Sundays, but I'm in the gym like 2.5 hours every day.
Yeah.
I have to, like, especially cardio, because,
all the food and everything. So you don't got a meal plan. You just eat whatever the restaurant gives you?
I still, like, quality restaurants, like, have steak. I take advantage of that.
Okay.
Like, the chicken stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of just fit it all in my macros. Like,
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm doing these restaurants today. I'm going to eat this, that. This is how many calories I'm going to eat, how many calories I got to burn in the gym. And then I kind of, like...
Do portion control kind of, right? You're like, I'm going to have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's it,
How many calories are you consuming like a day?
Just to keep myself together, I have to consume 4,500.
Holy shit.
4,500.
So
it's like 3 days for me.
If I'm bulking, I'll do like 6,500. If I'm cutting, I stay around like 3,900-ish. But right now I'm just maintaining it. I just got to just look swole. So.
Yeah.
You live every gym bro's dream of getting to eat the best food all over the world and making a living off of it. And then honestly, I see that. I'm like, dude, if I eat all that fucking food, I'm not getting enough for another week.
So we wanted to have Mark on the podcast, but since we only have three microphones, how did you meet Mark? I want to hear the story behind Mark.
So he managed another person named Famous Amos. He was like he's a dancer, like a comedic dancer.
Okay.
And I met him through him, but he told Mark, I want you to help this kid out, I don't want him to go through all the things that I went to. He's a good kid. And then he introduced me to Mark. That was like 3 years ago. And he started off kind of helping me out here and there, because I had someone else that I was working with, but obviously we had a falling out. And then he kind of had an idea for my brand, and he was just like, hey, we start this, I think we could really change the game. And then when he came in like part-time, and then if I had other people that I was working with, had a falling out.
Gotcha.
And then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna, take full, I'm gonna go in 100%. And ever since he started going in 100%,
that's when everything blew up.
My business started really becoming a business.
That's dope.
Amazing.
Yeah. So he saw the vision. He saw you. He saw the vision, and you guys just tackled it.
We tell everybody on our podcast, keep your closest people close. Yes. You have to keep your best people close. You have to make sure you guys have that great connection. Keep them close, because finding people like you found Mark is very rare that you find people like that. It's very hard. Luis, we started working with each other 2 years ago, and I have him with me every single day. We travel the world nowadays to get content, and so it's super important to keep people like that close to you.
Yeah.
Like I told Jacob before, I don't believe in friends. I believe in people that have the same vision as me. And if we could connect with each other, we could get to where we want to go.
Yes,
but
sir.
if you're just around me, kind of wasting my time, why would I want to, dedicate some time to you? Even though, that sounds kind of messed up, but I mean, like, we have a goal, right? We want to get to the goal and not get distracted.
We follow that shared vision, right?
Yeah,
shared
yeah.
vision.
I believe on that.
That's big, right?
I think the food is coming out, man. I mean, Clive, this is such a pleasure having you on the podcast,
yeah.
man.
I
Thank you so
appreciate
much for coming out, and we hope to do content with you again in the future.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
you.
much,
Thank
man. Thank you, Clive.
Oh, before we leave, you got to do it, man. You got to bust the move. You have to do it. Come on, Clive. Bust the first move.
A little shoulder roll.
Nice. No. Thank you, Clive. Hey, if you guys watch this far, drop a sub, like. We're on here every single Monday. We're posting a video. We've been at this for like months already. And, we're going to keep being consistent, keep bringing on other people. We got another one lined up for Mexico. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you, Clive and Mark, for coming.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, guys.
Watch with the stones, yeah. Caught him watching my throne, yeah.